Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's take a look outside our weather window from this afternoon. And clouds were here this morning and boy, just stuck around all day, and that made for a cool day today. But it also made for a really cool shot from up on our Sky-Fi Tower camera, Wenatchee Heights. That's the cross camera looking down at the Wenatchee Valley. And with those clouds, yeah, it stayed cool. Here we are, November 1st, and that means the S word. That's right, snow will begin to fall in the Wenatchee area. But as you can see, our average first snow in Wenatchee isn't until December 1st. Ephrata, just a couple days before that, November 29th, and pretty much around our area, the end of November into the 1st of December, except you folks up in Winthrop, where November 8th is your first snow. And we will see snow in the forecast throughout our week, and we'll talk much more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A 24-year-old Quincy man had to be airlifted to Central Washington Hospital Saturday afternoon after he reportedly ran his Honda Civic into the back of a vehicle that was preparing to turn. A Wenatchee man is charged with felony harassment and a firearms offense after allegedly threatening a couple. And school was canceled today in Waterville after power was knocked out in a wide area of the Waterville Plateau. But first, our top story tonight. 2 teens have been arrested after a drive-by shooting Saturday morning in Moses Lake, in which one of the intended victims fired back and injured a person in the suspect's car. Moses Lake police said about 10 a.m. a gold Cadillac passed the victim's car as he was leaving his residence. The victim later encountered the Cadillac stopped in the middle of the roadway in the 300 block of Earl Road. A passenger in the rear of the Cadillac reportedly began firing shots, and police said the legally armed victim fired back with a handgun, hitting a person in that Cadillac. A short time later, a 15-year-old showed up at Samaritan Hospital with a gunshot wound to his leg, but as he was released before detectives could establish probable cause for an arrest. After obtaining an arrest warrant, the city's technical team raided a home in the 2200 block of Basin Street early Sunday morning and arrested the 15-year-old and his 17-year-old brother on first-degree assault and drive-by shooting charges. They also reported seizing that gold Cadillac, which had bullet holes in one side. A 24-year-old Quincy man had to be airlifted to Central Washington Hospital Saturday afternoon after he reportedly ran his Honda Civic into the back of a vehicle that was preparing to turn off Highway 281 south of Quincy. The Washington State Patrol said Manuel A. Burretta Herrera suffered an apparent fractured leg in the accident. The State Patrol said Herrera was driving south on the highway about 12:38 p.m. when he struck a 2011 Chevrolet Silverado being driven by 59-year-old Joel Hernandez Reyes as he was slowing to turn onto Road 7 Northwest. Hernandez Reyes was not injured. Herrera, meanwhile, was cited for driving too fast for conditions. The southbound lane of the highway was closed for about 3 hours. A Wenatchee man is charged with felony harassment and a firearms offense after allegedly threatening a couple who asked him to stop shooting a rifle into the Columbia River near Malaga. 34-year-old Efren Ramirez Hurtado allegedly threatened the two people on October 25th. That was during a confrontation at the Yo-Yo Rock boat launch, and then pursued them in his vehicle at high speed when they tried to drive away on Tarpiscan Road. Chelan County Sheriff's deputies who arrested Ramirez said he was also driving while intoxicated. He's free now on $25,000 bond and faces arraignment coming up on November 8th. School was canceled today in Waterville after power was knocked out in a wide area of the Waterville Plateau. Douglas County PUD said 1,200 customers were without power for several hours this morning because of a faulty terminator outside the substation serving that area. A terminator is the point where the underground lines transition to overhead lines. School officials first delayed classes for 2, then 3 hours before finally canceling classes for the day. Well, coming up next, traffic is expected to be delayed on South Lakeshore Drive on Tuesday and possibly Wednesday. We'll tell you why. State agriculture officials are asking residents in Okanagan County to be on the lookout for the spotted lanternfly. A water pattern in the Columbia River that was called in as a possible hazardous spill turned out to be something more benign on Friday. And the extreme heat of this past summer has claimed a popular Christmas season victim. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Yes, it's me. It's my husband. I think there's something the matter with him.
It was a feeling that I'll never forget, like being able to meet them and know that he survived.
Okay, tell me what's happening. Is he conscious?
No, he's not. He's not.
Okay, take a deep breath for me. I'm getting you help.
Rivercom means to me that I still have my husband here with me. They're the ones that guided me through saving his life.
When it comes to finding a memory care community, you want the very best. You want to know that your loved one is safe and receiving compassionate care in a loving environment. Fieldstone Memory Care is an innovative assisted living community designed for those with Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's disease. You'll find a community specifically designed to enrich residents' lives. The Fieldstone team is here to help you navigate the important decisions you face when a loved one has dementia or Alzheimer's. Welcome home to Fieldstone.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Welcome back. In another news, traffic is expected to be delayed on South Lakeshore Drive on Tuesday and possibly Wednesday as the contractor on the Slide Ridge Culvert Replacement Project begins setting girders in the landslide-prone area off Lake Chelan. Chelan County Public Works says a dirt bypass road that's been used to get around the work area will be closed at times as the girders are unloaded. Delays of up to 20 minutes are anticipated. Sediment and debris flows have been a persistent problem on that section of South Lakeshore Drive, and the $3.2 million project is designed to direct those flows beneath the roadway. State agriculture officials are asking residents in Okanagan County to be on the lookout for this bug. This grainy photo taken last week by a passerby in Omak is believed to show a collection of spotted lanternflies. The invasive species is bad news for Washington crops, including grapes and hops. The Washington State Department of Agriculture says it hasn't been able to confirm the sighting, but asked the public to keep an eye out for spotted lanternflies or their egg masses. They often flourish on an invasive shrub called tree of heaven, which is common in north central Washington. If you spot either the insect or the plant, report them to the Washington Invasive Species Council through their website at invasivespecies.wa.gov. Well, a water pattern in the Columbia River that was called in as a possible hazard spill turned out to be something far more benign on Friday. Chelan County Fire District 1 was contacted about 1 p.m. to investigate a possible slick passing under the George Seller Bridge. When they put a boat in the water, they found it was just a collection of leaves and natural debris, creating a color and ripple pattern in the river. It's a reminder, though, that all those autumn leaves falling from trees in the Upper Valley have to go somewhere. Well, the extreme heat this past summer has claimed a popular Christmas season victim. The Exchange Club of Wenatchee, for the first time in at least 60 years, has canceled its popular Christmas tree sale at Morris Little League Park. Club President Ray Ruiz said the regular supplier of the trees in Oregon informed them that because of damage the heat did to the trees, the club's order could not be filled this year. After checking with several other tree vendors, the Exchange Club heard much the same story and canceled the sale. Ruiz said it's a big blow to the club's biggest fundraiser of the year. He said 100% of the $17,000 or so annual proceeds from the sale of the trees goes to support a wide variety of youth organizations in the community. Donations to help make up for that loss can be sent to the Exchange Club of Wenatchee. That's P.O. Box 1862, Wenatchee, Washington, 98807. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
What's the best way to attract a wide variety of beautiful birds to your backyard? By offering the birds the right foods in expertly designed bird feeders from Wild Birds Unlimited. Whether you've been feeding the birds for a while or are just getting started, let our backyard bird feeding specialists show you how to add a little joy to your life and make nature a part of every day. Shop now for exclusive bird foods, feeders, hardware, and more. Wild Birds Unlimited. Products designed by experts. Trusted local advice.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
I'm Dr. Wayne Latimer. I'm a chiropractic physician. I have postgraduate certifications in both whiplash, trauma and rehab, as well as sports medicine. The location is great. The light and the visibility, the 17-foot ceilings are fantastic. You can go into a lot of clinics, and it's very clinical. People really like the spa environment, so my whole premise was take a spa environment, add the very serious rehab, and give people an enjoyable way to get better over time.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Across Washington, about 90% of public school employees are now fully vaccinated for COVID-19. But what about teachers and staff in your local school district? In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE's Jefferson Robbins took a look at some new numbers just issued by the state.
Employees of the Wenatchee School District have achieved an 87% rate of vaccination for COVID-19. That's according to new data released this weekend by Washington's Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction. The Wenatchee School District employs 1,076 people, and 662 of them are classroom staff, teachers or aides having daily contact with school children. Of those classroom workers, 88%, or about 582, have been fully vaccinated against the pandemic disease. The remaining 12% have received a religious exemption and accommodation. Those accommodations may take many forms, including distancing, increased masking, daily COVID testing, and restrictions on the staffers' movements and locations. At Eastmont schools, 82% of all employees, including 82% of those in the classroom, have received full vaccination as of last week. There, 17% were granted a religious exemption. Statewide, the average vaccination rate is about 90% for classroom staff in all school districts.
What we are seeing is stunning because in every single county in the state of Washington, our educators exceeded the overall vaccinated population in that county, sometimes by twice as much. We have counties at 40 and 45% vaccinated, but their school employees vaccinated at 80, 85, 90% plus. We have said before we were vaccinated, and we will say it again here, schools are quite frankly the safest place for kids to be.
No NCW district managed to clear that 90% bar, although Cascade School District, based in Leavenworth, achieved a 92% vaccination rate among its classroom educators. The school districts of Moses Lake and Ephrata were among 7 statewide that failed to report their employee vaccine status as required by the state. Jefferson Robbins, NCWLIFE.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Let's get right to that almanac for today. Hope you had a great weekend, by the way. Weather was pretty nice. Today, a little bit cooler. 48 our unofficial high temperature, and that's below where we should be at 51 for this time of year. Right at the freezing mark for our low. Normal is 35 degrees. No new precipitation the past 24 hours. 7:45 sunrise this morning. The sun will set this afternoon at 5:43. Let's take a look at what we can expect as we get you into tomorrow's weather forecast. And it's going to be a little bit wet overnight tonight, a bit of a break during the day tomorrow, and then more rain moving in by tomorrow night. Temperatures a little bit warmer than today. 51s all across the Columbia Basin, as at Wenatchee for a high tomorrow. 50 in Kashmir, and 51 the high temperature in Chelan. Tonight, as I mentioned, rain is likely. Cloudy skies. Here's our area of low pressure in the big front that's extending down from that storm, and this is what we'd expect. This is about 11 o'clock tonight, so that's the rain activity will continue into about midnight or so, and then that'll just leave some partly cloudy skies, a little bit of morning fog for Tuesday tomorrow, a 40% chance of rain in the evening time with high temperatures on Tuesday in the low 50s, so not a terrible day. But then the next storm system, this is storm number 2, as it winds up and moves up from the coast of California. That'll bring us about a 60% chance of rain, and here we go, about 9 or 10 tomorrow night. More rain, and that will translate into a very rainy day on Thursday. The storm system will just slide up the coast a little bit, but that's going to bring widespread rain showers all across most of Washington for Thursday. A 70% chance of rain, high temperatures in the low 50s. For Friday, just scattered showers, about a 40% chance of it, mostly cloudy with lows in the lower 50s. Friday, once again, we will see that scattered shower, but Saturday, as we transition into the weekend, it will be a break from the wet weather, partly cloudy skies, high temperatures pretty much right around the 50-degree mark, and then another storm moving up again from the southwest. We'll move our way on Sunday, and look at that. The entire inland northwest, the west coast, and even to Montana, very wet on Sunday with high temperatures then, only about 50 degrees. Take a look at your 7-day forecast. 36 tonight, a little bit of fog in the morning, so keep that in mind as you make that morning commute. 51, 60% chance of rain on Wednesday and a 70% chance on Thursday. Temperatures staying basically in the lower 50s, and by the end of the forecast, rain likely again on Sunday with highs of 51. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I'm Jared Sessler, your conservative Republican candidate for Congress. Our current representative, Dan Newhouse, voted to impeach President Trump and votes with Nancy Pelosi over 50% of the time. Central Washington is conservative, and it's time to have a representative that is willing to stand for our values. I'll fight for you, your family, and our economy. Please go to jaredsessler.com today and make a donation. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
Winter is a great time to trade in your current hot tub. Turn your old hot tub into money with Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa's trade-in program. You can save $500 to $1,000 off of any new artesian spa or take advantage of a free Bluetooth music experience. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa recommends draining your hot tub every 3 months. Ask us about our drain and refill special. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services including caregiving, meals, and medication help.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. Houston stayed alive with the World Series by coming from behind to beat Atlanta last night 9-5 in Game 5. The back-and-forth game saw the Braves jump out first in the bottom of the first on Adam Duvall's grand slam home run. The Astros came back to tie it at 4 in the third before Freddie Freeman untied it with a solo homer in the bottom of the third. Houston took over the lead in a 3-run fifth, 2 of which coming on a flare to left by Marwin Gonzalez.
And he floats one into left center. That will get down. Score 1 and score 2. The ball hits Maldonado, but Marwin Gonzalez has delivered, and the Astros have their first lead of the night. It's 7-5.
Astros would add another in the 7th, and the game's final score in the 8th to pull within 1 of the best-of-7 series. That will now head back to Minute Maid Park for Game 6 tomorrow night at 5:09 on Fox. If necessary, Game 7 would be on Wednesday. Well, the Seahawks snapped a 3-game losing streak by dominating Jacksonville Sunday at Lumen Field, 31-7 the final. Geno Smith rushed for a touchdown and threw for 2 others while completing 20 of 24 passes in the game in what could be his last start, with Russell Wilson scheduled to return in a couple of weeks after the bye. Smith says he appreciates all the support he's received.
You know, honestly, they've been supportive since the day I got here. You know, I said that the team embraced me, the city has embraced me, and it's honestly refreshing. You know, it's really refreshing, man. Just, you know, with the history I've had and, you know, having gone to, you know, 2 and 3 teams, just to have somewhere to settle in and to, you know, really work and just get to know everybody, it's really refreshing. So, you know, just having teammates these guys are tremendous in this locker room, win, lose, or draw. We stick together. We always play together. We always play to win. And, you know, we got to win today. But just having those teammates like that, man, it just, you know, it makes you want to do the right thing and always try and get the win.
Coach Pete Carroll says it was great to see the Seahawks play 4 complete quarters on both sides of the football for a change.
But it was a really nice job. A lot of guys did a lot of good stuff. The coverage was solid, and the rush was we didn't get to him much, or we didn't sack him much, but we harassed him all day. The other side of this game that jumps out is Geno. And geez, what a game he had. Starting off 14 for 14, and a throwaway was the first incomplete. He was so calm and so poised and just delivered the ball so well. This was really Geno at his best, and that's what we can count on from him. And we were able to do a lot of stuff. Shane had a really nice plan for him to pop the ball around. The guys caught the ball really well today. All the receivers made their catches and all. And Locke has the big day on this day with the yardage and catches and all that, and DK has 2 scores. So a lot of really good stuff there.
Yeah, DK Metcalf caught 2 touchdown passes. Seattle improved to 3-5, headed into the bye week. They'll next play November 14th at Green Bay. Well, the Seattle Kraken's 2-game winning streak came to an end in a 3-1 loss to the New York Rangers last night at Climate Pledge Arena. Igor Shesterkin made 31 saves in net for the Rangers, who won their 5th straight road game. Chris Kreider got the visitors on the board first in the first period before Jordan Eberle had the equalizer in the second. The game remained tied until late in the third.
Schwartz crisscrossing with Eberle. Jordan Eberle, a backhander. He scores! Backhand magic. Jordan Eberle and the Kraken have tied it. Holding on to it all the way across. Fox delays his shot. Scores! Adam Fox. Will stretch it out. Fenn on it. He was pestered, and now with the empty net, Barclay Goodrow walks in and puts it away.
And the Kraken in Edmonton tonight to face the Oilers on Root Sports Northwest. Wenatchee Wild are still winless in BCHL play after a couple of losses over the weekend. On Friday, Salmon Arm scored 4 goals in a span of 3 minutes to jump out to an early lead it would never relinquish in an 8-2 victory. The only goals for Wenatchee came in the first by Quinn Emerson and Houston Blue. The Wild were 0 for 6 on the power play. Hoping for better ice, Wenatchee traveled as Trail on Saturday. Fell to the Smoke Eaters 4-1. Zach Michaelis put the home team up just a minute, 23 seconds into the contest. The Wild were down 2-0 before Quinn Emerson scored on back-to-back nights. Not enough, however, as Wenatchee dropped to 0-3-1 on the season. They'll head for Vernon this Friday and Saturday to face the Vipers before finally coming home the following week to host West Kelowna. Washington State pulled the weekend upset in college football. Cougars were double-digit underdogs but forced 5 Arizona State turnovers. Jaden Delora accounted for 3 touchdowns. Washington State wins it 34-21. Washington's Dylan Morris threw a 20-yard touchdown pass to Jalen McMillan with 21 seconds left. That gave the Huskies a 20-13 win at Stanford. And get this, it's not a misprint. Central Washington set a school and conference record 92-0 over Lincoln. The 92 points, the most in a game, 56 points, the most in a first half, 13 touchdowns, the most in a game. Wildcats defense also forced Lincoln into 8 turnovers. My, oh my. Let's go to Les Schwab Prep Soccer scoreboard from Saturday. The Wenatchee Panthers finished off the season with a 7-zip win over Sunnyside. West Valley blanked Davis 5-0 to finish first in the Big Nine. Moses Lake topped Eisenhower to finish in 4th place. Other district soccer action Saturday. Cashmere claimed the District 6 1A title with a 3-0 win over Chelan. Cascade topped Quincy 3-2 in the opener in the Apple Bowl. First round of the District 6 1B 2B tournament saw Liberty Bell beat Pateros. Brewster topped Lake Roosevelt. Okanagan edged Bridgeport, and Tenasket blanked Manson 7-0. Chelan is the District 6 1A volleyball champions. The Goats blanked Cashmere in the title match at Wenatchee High School Saturday 3-zip. Omak ended Cascade season 3-1. Then Cashmere turned the favor by knocking out Omak 3-0. Heading back to the high school football on Friday, we had the game right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Eastmont dominating Davis 36-8. Ivan Corona, Gunnar Peterson, and Austin Ruffins all scored on the ground. Brooks Travato caught 7 passes from Luke Gale for 126 yards. I was joined by Grant Olson with the call here on the NCWLIFE channel. Beckon Murphy was covering Brooks Travato. Now a turn and hand left side and easy into the end zone walks Austin Ruffins for our first points of the game just moments into this first quarter. So after the timeout taken by Eastmont, they'll be left with 2. A handoff here. And getting into the end zone, I think, is Peterson. Let's see.
It is.
As they unstack it, it will be Gunnar Peterson. Also into the game for Eastmont. Austin Ruffins will split on the, he will go in motion. He'll get the handoff. Got away from one man.
Nice
Got a block to the 25, 20,
Corona.
15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Eastmont. How about the blocking on the edge? And Ivan Corona made the one that sprung him, as he'll take it for 31 yards and the score.
And Coach Don gives him a great big bear hug on the sideline. If it wasn't for that block of Corona, Ruffins would not have gotten into the end zone. What a great job by the senior. Tony Ortega has been one of the best linemen I've covered, Eric, in a long time. He's just so solid out there.
And he's a specimen, too. Boy, you see him without his uniform on. It's something else. Here we go. First down and goal. Handoff. Corona looking for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Eastmont. On senior night, the senior packs the load in for the touchdown from 6 yards out. Ball shaded to the left side of the field here. Gale, turn, handoff, Peterson, and he is going to scamper into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont from 13 yards out. Chavez takes the snap from center, looking left, wants to throw left. The ball is up, and it is caught, and it is a touchdown, Corbray. So first down for Eastmont at their own 21-yard line. We thought maybe we'd start to see some other people handling the ball, and Logan Schneider gets the handoff.
Look at him.
Still continuing to fight for yardage. Logan Schneider, the run for Eastmont up the near sideline. We'll get a first down. Logan Schneider, who has had a heck of a career as a Wildcat. Unfortunately, we told you about this before the game started tonight, that Logan would be playing his last game here for the Wildcats. And I'll tell you what, young man, you did yourself and your family and this Wildcat team proud tonight. You played a whale of a game.
Thank you. It's kind of hard.
Yeah. No, I got you. What does it mean to you to have a coach over here to try to get you involved as much as you possibly can, knowing this was your last game? That's got to mean quite a bit.
I really appreciate it. It means a lot that you let me play out my last final snaps.
Other Big Nine action on Friday. Wenatchee fell to Eisenhower. Moses Lake came from behind to beat West Valley. Kamaikan blasted Sunnyside 54-19. Cashmere claims the bronze shoe after beating Chelan Friday night, and Caribou Trail League played 22-12. Othello shut out Quincy 45-0 on Saturday. Ephrata gave Prosser all it could handle Friday night. The Mustangs come out on top in CWAC play. Sela and Ellensburg also winners on Friday. In Oroville hadn't played in 3 weeks. The Hornets played up to their name Friday as they stung Pateras 56-0. Liberty Bell blanked Bridgeport 56-zip. Saturday, Brewster blasted Lake Roosevelt 44-14. Whew, that's sports. All right, Grant, here, take it. It's yours.
No more sports? Thank you very much, Eric. And we're out of time, and that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.